like and subscribe, and you'll have amazing luck for the rest of the week. We all fail sometimes. However, some failures are far more painful than others. Do you want to see some of the most expensive failures ever caught on camera? Here are some of the finest videos of these epic fails. Trust me, a lot of money was definitely spent to recover from this. Number 1. Ferrari crashes into Lamborghini. Whenever you want to go showboating on your sick ride, make sure that it isn't rainy or slippery. Also, make sure there are no cars in your lane. This will probably cost a couple of $100s, but we can totally blame it on the rain. Number 2. Corvette falls off lift. If this guy were to drop a saloon car in his garage, I'd have to be a little bit understandable. But a Corvette is an entirely different story. This guy's having the worst day of his life. I wonder what he's worried about. The amount of money for the damaged Corvette, or how much he's fired. Number 3. Ruins the wedding cake. I have to admit that was an impressive way to open the champagne, but a wedding without a cake kind of feels unreal. However, this couple will have to deal with it. I'm dying to see the look on the waiter's face.
Nice.
Number 4. Tree falls on the house. I know that people save a lot of money by doing most of their chores at home, but there are just times when you have to leave it to the professionals. They know better. If these guys had just hired an expert, they wouldn't have worried about the coming cold nights. Number 5. Cutting tree in house. Oops. What did we just say, guys? Leave it to the professionals. That house better have insurance, because that's some serious money. I mean, at this point, you just have to walk away and think about what you're going to do next. Number 6. Phone stuck out of photographer hand. I know he'd promised to send a picture ASAP, but you'll have to understand. At least he tried. By the way, has no one ever told him that it gets so windy when flying so that he tightens his grip on the phone? What a sad way to find out. Number 7. Construction workers drop a glass window. No! You can tell from the cursing how much money they've just lost. They smelt it coming from a mile away. I think they should have checked the integrity of the machine before pulling it up. So, what did they tell their boss? Oops, it slipped. The client must have been infuriated. Perhaps they should be more careful next time. Number 8. Kid breaks a glass table. For a second, I could have sworn this kid couldn't break that glass table. This kid'll probably be too terrified to even eat at a glass table. He's so grounded. I hope the glass didn't cut his feet, though. Ouch! Number 9. Guys collapse building. You know how curious you get sometimes when you're with your friends and you don't stop to think about the consequences. I'm pretty sure that this guy wasn't expecting the whole building to come down. A clear visualization of my world crumbled down right in front of my eyes.
Yeah, boy.
Number 10. Semi-load of glass smashed. Wait a minute, are these guys breaking these glasses on purpose? It appears so. The owners of this company must be very wealthy to be able to waste such expensive glasses in a matter of seconds. Number 11. Car crashes into pizza restaurant. Why did you put pineapple on pizza? Well, what an expensive way to get payback. This woman came crashing into this pizza store with her car, not calculating the repercussions to follow. The pockets are about to get denied by a lawsuit. Luckily, no one was harmed.
Women.
Number 12. Refrigerator delivery failed. Delivery guys certainly have pretty hard days. Now, how exactly are they going to explain this to their client? The refrigerator is already so damaged that they'll have to get a new one. It looks like someone's going to receive half of the month's salary if they do manage to keep their job. Number 13. Basement wall collapse under pressure of floodwater. Right before they figure out what to do with the flooded water inside the house, the wall of the basement comes crashing in, making it even worse. Well, the owner could flash all the water out in a couple of weeks, but there's no way they're moving back in without a new wall. This one is already pretty messed up. Number 14. Several cars badly damaged by fallen tree. You know what they say? The more the merrier. Oh, well, this just looks like a streak of bad luck. At first, you get stuck in traffic, and then Mother Nature decides to bless you with more catastrophe. A tree randomly falls on your car, so not only are you stuck in traffic, but you also run for your dear life and call your insurance company to explain the mess. If you ask me, this is a bit too much for a crappy day. Number 15. Guys drop TV downstairs. You know the excitement that comes with owning a new TV? Especially if you've been waiting to catch the season's game or binge your favorite TV show that just released a new season. I can't imagine the disappointment once you find out you'll have to put it on hold. You can tell it all from their cursing. Number 16. House collapse into Yellowstone River. This looks like a plot from an animated show because how in the world do you explain to anyone that your house was casually carried down by the river? Not the best excuse to give at school for skipping classes. But thank goodness there was proof all over the news. Every local station covered the tragedy. Number 17. Forklift delivery fails. Well, it kind of looks like our work ends here. In shock and regret, if this guy keeps his job, he's probably never leaving the boot open even if he's carrying some laundry. That's a lot of money to pay back. Number 18. Beer delivery domino fail. I think everyone knows that sometimes rushing things always comes with some downsides. From this guy's reaction, you can clearly tell that there's no pardon for pouring all that beer, even if he manages to pay it all back. I just hope he still has a job. Number 19. Forklift trouble at Lowe's. I wonder what the boss is going to say when he finds out that the to-be-delivered item was accidentally broken when retrieving it. This guy better start thinking about how he's going to pay up before it gets messy. Number 20. Massive forklift warehouse fails. These are the days when you leave the house full of energy but return with a full frown and a boatload of stress. This kind of blunder will always have you wishing you had asked for a day off. Perhaps if he'd had the ability to see into the future, he'd have known better. Number 21. Amazing cake falls down. Gravity has left the chat, and it seems like there's no party going on tonight, now that the $10,000 cake has just gone to waste. It's funny that the worker decides to eat a huge chunk of the fallen cake. Typically, I'd have done the same knowing there's no going back. Just like that, this goes down as the worst party ever. No cake. But the real question is, who pays $10,000 for a cake? Number 22. Work accident. All the driver wanted to do was get the work done and get it over with. Unfortunately, it ended up being a disaster. I'm just glad that no one got injured, thanks to the guy that caught it before it got messy. Number 23. Forklift driver falls asleep and drives into shelves. Sleeping for enough hours has long been an underrated fact. Fortunately, this forklift driver found out the real meaning when he lousily crashed into one of the shelves. Now the damage costs money. Next time, I hope he gets his fair share of sleep. Number 24. Plane crashes at airshow. Everyone certainly loves a good airshow. But one thing about airshows is that you never know if whatever is happening isn't by the script until you see it go south. It's undoubtedly very expensive to fix a plane, let alone buy a new one. Number 25. Money flies off bank truck. If you thought Robin Hood was just a movie character, I think I just found out his true identity. The driver of this armored truck is definitely in shock now that $600,000 is just lying on the side of the highway. The people driving by definitely had their fair share of $20 bills. Number 26. Expensive camera falls on dirt road. Shooting a good movie isn't easy, especially if you don't have enough money for technical repairs. This company just lost a $1,000 camera. Sad, right? I hope they still retrieve the footage that had been recorded. Number 27. Bike parking fell down into water. Is anyone wants his bike back? He'll have to pay for it or simply get a brand new one. Number 28. Lifting accident. It's scary how much you'd be in debt in a short amount of time. The best place to find this fact is in the docks. I can't begin to possibly imagine how much money they lost here. At least no one got hurt. Number 29. Waikato crane topple accident. You could definitely feel the expectations of the workers when the structure was almost touching down. Unfortunately, all that went south when the crane toppled over when the sand began to move. Someone's going to spend a lot of money lifting the crane up and maybe fix a few broken parts. Number 30. Lath bar stock accident. What do they say about getting to know your machines? This guy clearly should have read the manual before turning it on. Until next time, adios.